Howdy, my name is Elizabeth Hans, and I am a senior biomedical sciences and entomology double major. I am debating that the emperor scorpion, or Pandanus imperator, will win the fight against the tarantula hawk. Originating in West Africa, the emperor scorpion is the largest scorpion in the world, with an average length of approximately 8 inches. They live in burrows, with many scorpions living in the same place, and can live for 6 to 8 years. They prefer to make their homes in leaf litter, forest debris, and termite mounds, since termites are their main source of food. They have dark bodies and very large pincers that are used for catching and killing their prey. Prey include insects, other arachnids, mice, and small lizards. They will even kill and eat members of their own species. Emperor scorpions breed year-long, and females give birth to broods of 10 to 12 offspring. The offspring are reliant on their mother for food and protection, and are carried around on her back until they are old enough to care for themselves. Occasionally, the female will kill and eat the male after mating. Although the notorious tail, called the metasoma, is enough to spark fear in any person, the venom it contains is not fatal to humans. However, its prey has reason to be afraid. The stinger is used mainly for larger prey and for defense, and the venom is potent enough to slow smaller organisms down so the scorpions can finish the job with their pincers. Their pincers are their main killing tool, and they are strong enough to hold their struggling prey in place and kill them, either by crushing them with their pincers, tearing them apart, or by eating them alive. Juvenile scorpions rely on their stinger to kill their victims, but adults primarily use their pincers and reserve their venom for the tougher fights. Both the pincers and tail are covered in sensory hairs that allow the scorpion to detect vibrations through the ground in order to find its victim. Emperor scorpions are common in the pet trade due to their unique size and novelty as a pet, and are also common research subjects where scientists study the medicinal value of their venom.
Howdy, my name is Vera Hotma, and I will be defending on behalf of the Pepsis grossa, or as it's more commonly known as, the tarantula hawk. Tarantula hawks are the largest members of the spider wasp family and derives its name from the female's preference to prey on tarantulas. This wasp is 2 inches long, making it the largest wasp in the world, and the females have a stinger that is 1/4 of an inch long, which is said to be the second most extraordinarily painful sting in the world. These big and brilliant wasps are encountered mostly in the southwest. Tarantula hawks are easily recognized by their blue-black bodies and orange wings. These wasps are highly adaptable, capable of surviving in a wide range of habitat settings, but particularly where tarantulas inhabit. Tarantula hawks are solitary insects that are strategically smart and relatively docile. When hunting, the female uses her stinger to paralyze a tarantula before dragging it to a brooding nest, lay a single egg on its abdomen, and then seals the burrow so the tarantula can't escape. And when the larva hatches, the tarantula is then eaten slowly and used as a living food host until the larva is fully grown. Surprisingly, adult males don't like to hunt, so they prefer to just feed on flowers, particularly the milkweed plant. So instead of hunting, the males spend a lot of their time iconically engaging in what is called hill-topping, which involves sitting on top of tall plants waiting for females to fly by to mate with them. Another characteristic is that females can choose the sex of their offspring, and for this species, it's imperative that females are born because they do all the hunting for their young and makes them the most valuable for continued life. The impact the species has on society is that they maintain the tarantula population and other spider species.
A fight between the emperor scorpion and the tarantula hawk would end up with the scorpion being the victor because of its extremely large pincers that can tear its victim apart. The stinger will also be used, and its venom is potent enough to paralyze its opponent long enough for the pincers to take hold and finish the job. The emperor scorpion does not always wait until their victim is dead to start eating. Oftentimes their food is still alive. As well as paralyzing their prey, their venom is also capable of liquefying the inside of their prey, in this case the tarantula hawk. The only hope that the tarantula hawk has in defeating the world's scariest arachnid is its stinger, but the exoskeleton of the scorpion is covered in thick chitinous armor that is capable of blocking the stings and bites of its opponent.
Female tarantula hawks are known for its sting to be so excruciating it debilitates human function to where it's impossible to maintain coordination and cognitive control. Though, while painful, it is not deadly to the human body. However, to other animals, it's quite the opposite. It can immobilize the largest spider in the world with just one sting, and if it's capable of doing that and rendering humans momentarily blind from pain, imagine what it can do to the emperor scorpion that can only squeeze its prey to death or liquefy them if the emperor scorpion can manage to catch them while they are low to the ground. Furthermore, emperor scorpions are known for their docile behavior, which isn't conducive to winning aggressive fights, and their stings are almost completely harmless, if a bit painful. Their sting does not result in paralyzed victims, which is the end result of a fight against a tarantula hawk.
Tarantula hawks are also not aggressive to other animals other than their prey unless provoked. Also, due to its big size, it won't be as fast and agile when attempting to escape the emperor scorpion. Also, the tarantula hawk can get drunk on fermented fruit, so they cannot fly. If the emperor scorpion can just give them some old apples and peaches if the fight gets too close. The tarantula hawk subdues its victims by injecting them with venom to paralyze them. The wasp would not be able to get through the tough exoskeleton of the scorpion before the scorpion kills it with its pincers or stinger. The males are completely useless too, they only feed on plants and wait for the females to reproduce. The emperor scorpions practice gender equality, however, and both sexes are equally deadly. Plus, the wasp can be taken down by a frog and a bird, so I don't think the emperor scorpion will have a problem. Bullfrogs and roadrunners aren't even equipped with the large pincers and venom of the emperor scorpion, and they are both predators of the wasp. As soon as the wasp gets too close to the scorpion, it will sting the wasp and crush it with its pincers, the force of which is rumored to be able to snap pencils.
In response to my opponent, while fruits are the tarantula hawk's kryptonite, I'm sure the females know how and when to avoid such fruit, so the ploy conducted by the emperor scorpion will end in dissatisfaction. Additionally, very few animals will try to eat this wasp due to its stinger. So yes, the roadrunner and bullfrog are capable of eating the tarantula hawk because they are large animals that eat everything that flies by. But in defense, these two animals are the only animals that are predaceous to the tarantula hawk. No other animal is. This means that all other animals know when they have come across a predator they are incapable of fighting and winning against. Concerning the agility and speed of the tarantula hawk and the exoskeleton of the scorpion, the main source of prey for the wasp is the tarantula spider, while it doesn't possess as hard of an exoskeleton is far more agile than the emperor scorpion given the tarantula hawk practice in evasive tactics. Meaning, the wasp can manage to evade the scorpion's clutches by flying and swooping in distracting patterns until an opening in between the hard shell of the scorpion is available for the tarantula hawk to utilize its quarter-of-an-inch long stinger.
The emperor scorpion will come out on top of the fight against the tarantula hawk because of its superior arsenal of weapons. The tarantula hawk only has its stinger, which it will have to use with extreme precision and force to be able to pierce through the tough armor of the scorpion. Emperor scorpions have the large pincers capable of tearing apart rodents that are bigger than them, in addition to a venomous stinger. The exoskeleton of the scorpion is also layered, so even if the wasp managed to get past the first layer, it will still have more to get through before it is able to successfully inject its victim. The venom of the scorpion is also more valuable than the wasp itself. Emperor scorpion venom is under study for its potential to be used against malaria and harmful bacteria. Scientists have isolated the molecule called scorpine and found it to possess these properties. The emperor scorpion is also a common pet, so it will have more support from the spectators of the fight. They are also used in television as a scary arachnid for audiences. The famous show Fear Factor has put these scorpions on the heads of their contestants, and understandably, it sparks fear in any viewer. The emperor scorpion has evolved as one of the top predators in the world, and would definitely win the fight against the tarantula hawk.
In closing, I believe the tarantula hawk will be crowned the victor between a fight against the emperor scorpion, where its tenacity and experience in targeting large animals and its prey and immobilizing them with its stinger venom. The main argument for the emperor scorpion is that it has large pincers that can tear its prey apart and a stinger that really isn't potent. The tarantula hawk is capable of bypassing the arsenal of weapons the scorpion has because tarantula hawks are highly intelligent and strategic in their hunting skills. While I can't say too many derogatory remarks against the fact that improved scorpion venom is being studied to combat malaria and harmful bacteria, I can vehemently advocate the fact that the tarantula hawk manages to keep the tarantula spider population down, so there is less fear in the human society. And though tarantula hawks have not been starred in TV shows whose sole basis is to derive fear, they have been nominated as the state insect of New Mexico by a fourth grade class. So I would have the backing of an entire state and any people who enjoy wasps that kill gigantic spiders, because they don't just eat tarantulas, but other spiders as well.